I like when they went back to North Carolina. Well, let me go back even further than that, because this became evident with two of the guys. One, of course, Michael Jordan, cut from the varsity team as a sophomore. Now, some people don't understand what that's saying. That is not saying he was cut from the school's team like he couldn't play. He played JV. All right, it wasn't like he just couldn't play that year. But he didn't make the varsity team, which really isn't a lot of shame as a sophomore, but still, he was obviously competitive. And then Scottie Pippen, who went to an NAIA school, Central Arkansas, as the equipment manager. That shows you guys. Now, I'm always telling youngsters, no matter how good you are, don't count on making the NBA, the NFL, whatever. Always focus on your books. And, no matter how good you are, you can never count on making the pros. An injury could occur, whatever. But I will say this. This shows you that there is such a thing. So many of the greats are late bloomers. Dwayne Wade was a late bloomer. I mentioned him earlier. And Michael Jordan, was somewhat of a late bloomer. Scottie Pippen, obviously a late bloomer. It goes to show you. Now, genetics has something to do with it. Jordan grew from 5'11" to 6'3", 6'4" his junior year in high school. Pippen grew from 6'1" to 6'6" his second year of college. So that has something to do with it. And obviously they also have physical talent. But it shows hard work. It shows what hard work can do. Now, maybe if you work, y'all, you players out there, if you work as hard as possible on your game, then you can reach your full potential. Your full potential might not be the NBA. It might not even be Division I, but you can maximize whatever ability you have in you. So that's another thing. But let me say this about Jordan. They talked about him at North Carolina and how Dean Smith, obviously the legendary coach, ran a tight ship and taught Jordan the fundamentals. Remember, at North Carolina, I don't think Jordan ever averaged more than 21 points a game. He was taught the fundamentals. He was taught how to play within a team system. And one thing that is lost, and I actually think hurt basketball for a couple decades, one thing that was lost in the greatness of Michael Jordan, everybody loving his dunks, everybody loving his moves, everybody loving his grace, his athleticism, his isolation game ability. People began to think it was just his athleticism. The reason Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time is because he had the ultimate athleticism with the ultimate fundamentals and understanding of how to play the game, how to fit into a team system. That is why Michael Jordan became the GOAT. It wasn't just the athleticism. And I think after Jordan, became what he did toward the end of his career and after that for maybe 10 years, 15 years, even people at the highest levels of basketball began to focus more on athleticism, how high you can jump, how fast you can run, how quick you are, and not the fundamentals. And so you had players getting drafted very highly who were just athletic but weren't skilled. And they fizzled out and didn't do well in the NBA. And so that is something that I think hurt the game of basketball, and it has been brought back to understanding now with Steph Curry, James Harden, understanding the importance of the fundamentals. It's a game of skills. You need athleticism to a certain degree, but it's a game of skills. And Michael Jordan became so great because he had the fundamentals of the game down pat. So all you high flyers, all you athletic guys, combine that with the fundamentals and you can go far.
For the best access, perspective, and personalities in all of sports, follow us at Fox Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.